Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Gaming with Grandma. So I went to the hospital last night. Well, yesterday. I was on my way to school at 11:45 in the morning, and I was on my way to school. I got to the second apartment over there, and I slipped and fell. I tried to use the car to try to prevent me from falling and really hurting myself. The doctor asked, "Do you remember falling?" I said, "I remember grabbing the car. After that, I don't remember anything. It happened so fast. I don't even know where I landed. I think I landed on my back, but I'm not sure. I had my school backpack on and my laptop was in there. So I was really worried that I broke my laptop. Thank God my laptop was like on my, inside. It was close to my back. So me falling on my back actually probably helped my PC where it didn't break or crack or anything. Thank God for that. I'd have to pay for a new laptop. Um, but anyways, I broke my leg. Yeah, I broke my leg, my ankle and my leg. Um, I have an appointment on the 19th. I called them first. I got the appointment set up, and so I set that up, and then I called my insurance company. They wanted me to do it today, and I said I can't. I got to give my cab 3-day notice before the appointment. So they set it for the 19th, which is Friday. I don't know if they're going to have surgery or not, or they're just going to put me in a leg cast. I don't know. Um, but yeah, when I went to the emergency room, well, first, I'll clarify this. After I fell, I started crawling to the part that didn't have ice. And I called my son and asked him if he could help me up because I can't stand on the ice. And I went to move my other leg, and I noticed it started hurting a little bit. So I started, untying my boot and trying to pull it off, and my ankle kept going with it. So I undid more and tried to pull it off. My ankle started coming off. So every time I tried to do it, I tried it 3 times and I couldn't do it. And then the third time I did it, that's when it really started to hurt. So I'm like, okay, well, yep, I need to call an ambulance. So I called an ambulance, and there was people going by, not even paying attention why I was laying on the ground. No one asked if I needed help or anything. They just went right past me. The ambulance, when they got here, I guess they had their ambulance a little closer to like way over there, and they were walking up to see where I was, and I was still on the phone with 911, and then the lady came, and I hung up with 911. And so they had to back up the ambulance more so they could get the stretcher out so they could get me on the stretcher. Well, where I was, there wasn't any ice in front. So they wanted to make sure that when I was trying to stand up, it wasn't on ice. Um, and they said, which leg is it? And I said, it's my right. And I said, this happened 7 years ago, except I just broke my ankle. So they got me in the ambulance and they gave me some meds, which I was like, oh, I like these meds, until they started pulling on my ankle. That's when I was like, don't do that. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts. And yeah, every time they tried to pull, I was just like, ouch, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. I remember in 2018, I was screaming bloody murder. And so the neuropathy in my legs helped a great deal because otherwise I probably would have been screaming. But finally they got the boot off, and I'm like, oh God, it hurts, don't touch it, don't touch it. They started to touch it. I cried. I was crying so hard. And they finally gave me some more meds, and I was like so doped up. I was like, wee, I could fly, but I could still feel him touching it. And I said, don't touch it. It hurts. So I got into the emergency room. They got me in right away. The doctor came in and he was touching. He said, can you move your toes? I said, well, I can move them, but they're frozen. I mean, they were so cold. I was freezing when I got there. Um, but they ended up getting me in. They gave me some meds for the pain. Um, After the doctor see me, of course, because the doctor's got to see you first before he can order pain meds. They gave me some pain meds. They said it'll take about 10 minutes. We'll get x-rays in. And I called them in because I had to go to the bathroom. And they don't do where they stick the little hose into your, you know, private area, your pee pee hole. I don't know how you want to say it. It's disgusting, but they don't do that anymore because of some kind of infection that people have been getting. So she had this like, I don't know, pad suction thing, and she put it on. It was like underwear with a little suction thing. That way, when I pee, it would suck it right into the machine. I had to pee really bad, but I would not pee. I just, for some reason, I couldn't. I had to pee, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. Um, so they did the x-rays and that, and they came back in, and I was like, oh, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. And they always want you to rate your pain. And I said, it's jumping from a 7.5 to 8. It hurts. It hurts. So they gave me more pain meds. And then I was able to get up and go to the bathroom. They grabbed me. Um, they grabbed that, and it helped me to go into the bathroom. And as soon as I hit the bathroom, man, I literally, I had to pee so bad, and I just couldn't do it sitting in my bed. I just couldn't. It just felt like, I don't know, like I was doing something wrong. But every so often I have to move it around because it gets kind of, it starts hurting or whatever. I can cross my legs. It's just really hard because the cast is all the way up. It's like this far from my, where I bend my leg. Um, when they were doing the x-rays, they only did the ankle. And for some reason, the doctor, when he came in the last time, they had put a cast on the bottom. And he says, oh, no, 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 no. That has to be longer. It's got to go all the way up. And so they had to redo the cast, which I would imagine they were annoyed by it. But so they recasted it and rewrapped it. They had to unwrap it and rewrap it. But yeah. So I either go for a cast or surgery on Friday. Um, I've been on the phone all day, like all day. So I called the doctor, made the appointment. They wanted me to come in today, but I told them insurance won't take me for 3 days. So I made it for Friday. Then I called the school. I had to call the library and tell them what was going on because there's no way I could return it. And so they said if someone can bring it by, all they got to do is drop it by and say, this is for my mom, or this is for my sister, or my brother, or whatever. Just bring it in, and you know, everything will be fine. So he's going to ride his e-bike to go drop it off, or he's going to walk. I don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, I mean, it's like really insane that, you know, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Um, so, I'm trying to think. Um, then I called the insurance company back. Well, no, I called the library. Then I called the regular College of DuPage and was talking to somebody about medical absence. And so they had me fill out this form. So I did the form. And then I had to exit the form because I had to call my insurance company to try to get me a wheelchair. They wanted me to call my primary care doctor, so I called her, and I'm waiting for her call back. Once I get the information from her, I got to call my insurance back and let them know. Then tomorrow I got to call a lawyer because I want them to come get pictures of the driveway. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting. I could have sued the hospital in Wisconsin for giving me all that medication that was causing seizures and everything else. Um, I could have sued the the nursing department, I don't know what you call it, where they bring the bodies in with the coffin and they do funeral home. I could have sued them because I slipped on ice. And falling again and not making them be more responsible with this driveway. I'm definitely suing because I'm done trying to be nice to all these people, and it's just all the medical and stuff. The cab last night, I don't know if they're going to charge me for it. I literally don't know if they're going to charge me for it because she said some medical companies they don't give you any money for it. So, if my insurance company doesn't cover it, then I have to pay out of pocket. And that I can't afford, so I have to do what I got to do. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really hard to be able to handle all this. But it was 7 years. It was December 12th that I broke my ankle in 2018. It was December 14th when I broke my ankle and my leg. So yeah. Yep. The one thing the hospital forgot to do is the leg x-ray. They just did the ankle. So the doctor was confused why they just did x-rays of the ankle when they should have done the leg also. So I don't know. I don't know how, what they were doing, or I don't know. Maybe it was miscommunication or something. I don't know. Maybe it was my fault, It could have been my fault. I could have said my ankle, not knowing it was my upper leg until the doctor came in. And he started pushing on it. I'm like, don't touch there. That hurts. He said, up here? I said, yeah. He's like, okay. Yeah. So they weren't able to get that x-ray. So when I called my doctor today to set up the appointment, I said it could be my leg and my ankle. I said they didn't get x-rays of my legs because there was so much confusion at the hospital. They probably forgot to. So, yeah. So I let the doctor know. And I got my ambulance things. I got this one. Where'd my other one go? Did I drop it? I did. I gotta use my other foot. Yeah. Oh, it's all dusty. Yeah, my house is dirty. Yeah, so I'm not going to show you my name and all that. But yeah, this is allergies. So I wanted to save these and show you guys. Because, I wanted you guys to see the proof. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Ow, ow, ow. I'm probably going to take some ibuprofen here shortly. But yeah, I mean, December each time. December. And it was only, 2 days? Not even? It's like a day away. Yeah. So, kind of weird. I broke my ankle again. Woohoo! Let's party. This time, I'm going to have them do yellow and green on my cast. Yeah. I'm going to see if they can do the fluorescent. I hope I don't have to have surgery because that's going to suck, because then I got to go into the hospital and they got to put pins and stuff in my ankle. So that would suck. But I will give you, if it's just a cast, I'll do a video on Friday. If not, that means I'm going for surgery. I will probably do like my phone or whatever. But when I go to the doctors, I'm bringing my phone, my charger, because when I went to the hospital, I didn't have my phone fully charged. And I should have had it fully charged before I went to school. And, if I wouldn't have slipped in the driveway, I would have been fine. And seeing all that ice, I should have turned around and went the other way. But I think God was like, no, you need to help hold them accountable for what they did. They never clean that. They never plow it. They never do anything. So I don't know if it's my landlord that's responsible or it's the whole buildings, because It's all the way down. Um, so yeah. So that's a pain in the butt. But it wasn't a little patch. It was not a little patch. It was like big. It was like huge. Um, so yeah. So I will either see you Friday or I will see you in a video on my phone. So hope you guys have a fantastic day. God bless, and Grandma see you next time. This is Grandma signing out. Adios, amigos. Doses. I'm out.